Okay, so Monique is back to get some revenge against her ops because she went on Club Shay Shay and put Kevin Hart on blast, exposing him for betraying her. According to Monique, she and Kevin used to be great friends until Kevin went behind her back to sell himself to Tyler Perry, throwing her under the bus in the process. Monique also claimed that she has more than enough proof to back up her claims, and she is not going to stop until the whole world sees Kevin for the two-faced betrayer that he is. Child, 2024 is not Kevin Hart's year because, man, he just can't stop catching strays from every direction. And it doesn't look like it's going to get better for him anytime soon because Monique just joined the increasing list of artists who are calling him out and exposing him for being two-faced. Kevin has always had a nice guy persona, so seeing artists call out this side of him is low-key crazy. First, it was the whole Tasha K interview where his ex-assistant exposed him for being a cheater and having a serious gambling addiction. Then Katt Williams had a lot to say about him during his interview on Club Shay Shay at the start of the year. Child, Kevin went straight from Happy New Year to getting dragged by Katt because y'all know that when Katt comes for someone, he really comes for them and he doesn't leave any crumbs. Now, Katt's issues with Kevin didn't just happen overnight because they've been had beef for a couple of years now. It all started when Kevin wore a dress on SNL.
Key homonym.
This, of course, translates from the Latin to who demand.
Ego sum homonym.
Which means I'm demand. And the arms are back up for another victory lap.
Katt was asked what he thought about Kevin wearing a dress, and he said that he wasn't going to blame anybody, nor blame Kevin, because it had become a long old tradition for black males in the industry to cosplay with women's clothing, all in a bid to become famous and extremely successful.
I'm saying, at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
In the same interview, he claimed that the Illuminati had come for him and had held back his career because he kept spilling tea on them.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
But even though he didn't shade Kevin, Kevin took offense at this, and he put Katt on blast during an interview that he had on The Breakfast Club. He accused Katt of lying, claiming that Katt is an addict who can't stay clean, and that's why his career never really blew up.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. Off promo shoots. You off your promo trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose you.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what? I got to fix me. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to stand up for comedy.
So when Katt had the chance to set the record straight on Club Shay Shay, he jumped at the opportunity and he did not mince words. He called Kevin out for being an industry plant, claiming that Kevin didn't have to work for his spot in the industry and he was handed his role because he found himself in the favor of some powerful people in Hollywood.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
Katt even clowned Kevin for taking his leftovers, saying that most of the roles that Kevin got were roles that were first offered to him, but he had to turn them down because they involved some sort of humiliation, like asking him to put on a dress or something like that.
For a 5-year period, every single movie that
He then called Kevin Hart for being a gatekeeper for Hollywood elites.
Because they tell you that there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate for... What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here.
Well, Monique also went on Club Shay Shay, where she exposed Kevin Hart for betraying her and also selling out to Tyler Perry for fame. For some context, this is in reference to Monique being blackballed by Tyler Perry and Oprah. Monique refused to work for them for free, and this made Oprah and Tyler mad that they got her kicked out of the industry. Now, usually when people talk about Monique getting blackballed, they only focus on Oprah, when in reality, Tyler Perry also has something to do with it. Because of the blackball, nobody in the industry wanted to work with Monique because they were too scared of getting blackballed by extension. But according to Monique, Kevin actually went out of his way to act like he was going to be a real friend and stick with her.
Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Katt Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother. You're like my aunt. You're like my sister." Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it." He said, "But I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do."
She claimed that he promised her so many things, only for him to turn his back on her and act like she didn't exist. And like that wasn't bad enough, he didn't even have the decency to do it to her face because he had other people do the dirty work for him.
Then when he came back with, "I got you," I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce, I'll partner with you." I said, "Good Kevin, because we're in a deal with Endemol and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you." Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, "Oh, this is incredible," because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. You know, he doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what changed between the 2 weeks and and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then, that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay though with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again.
So what happened was he did try to get on the phone with Tyler Perry to sort things out. But somewhere during the conversation, he decided to switch up and throw Monique under the bus because he was too afraid to risk his relationship with Tyler. He knew that Monique was innocent, but he still went ahead to throw her under the bus. What was worse was that he didn't even have the decency to talk to her. First, he had his manager break the news, and when Monique reached out again, he just straight up ghosted her. Even more embarrassing, Monique claimed that she has an audio recording of Kevin throwing her under the bus and selling himself to Tyler for fame.
You said I'm like this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Kevin is the stand-up guy that we all thought he was after all, and it's really bad that he would treat his friend this way. Fans left comments saying, Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Kevin Hart are nasty people. Monique was done dirty. Monique cleared Tiffany Haddish and basically said Kevin Hart let them nasty white folks in his ear and turned him against her. And I stand with Monique per usual, and Katt and Monique letting the chopper sing. I just want a few words with Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey because y'all are behaving horribly. This situation is downright nasty, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.